Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafty. Friday Freebie Day. So we are on number 173. So this is the first one of 2024. So if you haven't joined me so far for my videos this year, I'd like to wish you a very happy new year. So this is where we're going to start. Now I'm doing a sort of like a book theme, I think, for the next few weeks. So I have brought you some book covers. Now these are beautiful, like vintage style ones, but you can sort of shabby them up if you need to. I'll show you what I've made in a minute anyway, and we will make a couple. I won't make all four, but I'll make a couple for you. And I've got two different ways of adding in paper. But again, you don't have to make them into books. You can cut them down into little journal cards. You can cut the little spines off and use those for something. It's entirely up to you, but I just think they look really lovely as book covers. So I'll show you what I've made in a minute. And of course we have something for my fabulous Ko-fi one-off and monthly supporters. So this is a free page for you guys. So this is in there now in the Ko-fi shop, so go over and print that off. I just think it's fabulous. Now we left this bit sort of blank, so it's like a couple of little sort of bookshelves, but if you bend it over, you want a journal cover. I've left this bit sort of plain, so you can sort of like pop some more sort of like books on there. You could print this off again and sort of like add these three-dimensionally onto it, cut these off and stack them on here. You could add a fussy cut on there, you could add a little saying on there, loads and loads of things you could do, but I am loving it. I think it's fabulous. So I will probably end up using that as something at some point. So I'm going to pop that to the side because we're going to get on with our Friday freebie. So now, just a recap. So if you're new to my channel, I do a Friday freebie every week, which is fabulous. It's just a little freebie, a little project for you to do each week. And you can just download it and print it off from the Facebook group. Now I've got a Facebook group called Happiness in Crafting. Links are down below, so please go and join the group. Lots of fabulous talented ladies and gents in there. So go over and have a look and see what they are doing. So all links, like I say, are underneath the video. And please, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I'd love you to like and subscribe. That would be fun. I never say that, I always forget. So this is what we are going to be making. Look at these, aren't they just fabulous? Now I've got a little vintage flowers on there. I've got one of my little vintage ladies on there. This one says my story and this one says photos, but don't you think they look absolutely fabulous? Love them. All of these little bits are my fussy cuts, so I'll pop links down to those underneath, but again, you can stick whatever you like on them or just leave them plain. And I just look at that, just lovely, aren't they? Just gorgeous. So there's two ways. This is just plain little pieces of paper, okay, and on this one I've actually concertinaed the paper up and popped it in, so it depends how you would like to do it. And I've actually popped a little bit of paper on there as the inner cover, but I just look at that, I think they just look so lovely. Really nice, and you can scruff up the papers if you like. I've just used tea and coffee stain paper inside, but again, you can use whatever you have, but I just love them. Okay, let's get started. Let's pop those over there. I have got already cut out. I have got some little bits I thought I might stick on the front. So these are them. I printed onto the back of them, but again, you don't have to. You can print them off and then just stick a little bit of book paper inside to cover that up, or a little bit of scrap paper that you've got. But I just think they're so beautiful. But like I said, you can cut them off here and use them as little journal cards. You can cut each of those little spines off and sort of like join them together and make something. There's all sorts of ways. I'm sure you'll find lots of different ways to doing them. But let's just start. Let's just start with this one. Now, I have got two ways of doing this. Now, this is the first way. Now, what I've done, I've just cut the paper. Now, I've popped it on here. Now, the size that I'm cutting it out, this way is 2 1/8 of an inch, or 5.5 centimeters. These are just like rough sort of sizing, and the height of it is 2 7/8 of an inch, or 7.5 centimeters. So that's the size that I've cut them to. And the same again here, I've just cut that into one big strip. No, I haven't. These are separate ones, but the other ones by Concertina are just one big strip. And I've just stuck them together with a bit of glue gun. Now, you can put them together like we did the calendars. Do you remember the calendars? You just put them all together and pop your glue on there. But because I didn't want to have so much paper in there, I just held them together and stuck a little bit of glue on there with the glue gun, and they don't come apart. Okay, so which is easy peasy. And then all that I've done is just fold like that down the spines. Now, to have, I don't know which way it really goes. Now that will go inside. So I've got a piece here, and I think I might show you actually what I did. So this is another bit. Probably add a little bit more to that, but I'll just show you. Make sure they are all straight, and make sure this is quite flat. Take a glue gun, all your glue, and all as I did, I sort of like zigzagged to start with, because that sort of catches all your bits of paper. Okay, I'll squeeze that a little bit, that end one together in a minute. Just sort of zigzag, and that will catch each sort of bit of paper, and just hold that and let that dry for a minute, and then you will have it at the right sort of like width this way. Okay, and once that's sort of like a little bit dry, just go in the other way, just so it catches the paper like that. Just zigzag down through, and then on the other one I just added a little bit more to it just to make sure that they are all held together. So that's how I did it. Or like I said, you can do it like we did the calendar journals, and just pop some clips in there, and then to rub the either your tacky glue or PVA glue or something like that to hold it together. So I'm just going to pop that one over there out of the way, and like that. So that's that one, and I'm just going to quickly show you how I did the other, the concertina. Now again, this is 2 7/8 of an inch tall, or 7.5 centimeters, and all as I've done, have I marked these off? Right, what I'm going to do, I don't think I've scored them. I'm going to take my Fiskars cutter here, take these, this is just the length of a piece of copy paper like that. Okay, and I've just cut them off. You can get 2 pieces out of one, so I've used 2 pieces on here. And all I'm going to do is do that, and I'm going to measure, hope you can see that, 2 1/7 of an inch. Get my little tool here, my little score tool, and just score down there like that. And we'll do that on all of those, just so that we can bend them in the right place. So this is quite an easy one as well to do. Concertina, do that one. And this is a way of making any insert of a book as well, depending on sort of like what size, if you want to concertina things out. So I've taken 4 strips like that. Just, I'm only going to go down once because I'm going to bend them myself. So we've got the little mark there, so we'll bend that because that's the size of our page that we want. And then all I'm going to do is bend them like this. Okay, like that, all the way up. So it's really, really simple, like that. And then you'll have a little bit at the end, but you want that little bit at the end, because this bit slots into the next section of paper as we pop them together. So then you just fold that down like that. Probably do it a little bit neater than me. I'll show you again, which we know, because I want 2 of them. So just, you can score it each way, do you know what I mean? But I just found it easier to do it like this. Doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, things don't have to be perfect because they're handmade. Okay, and if you don't have any tea stain coffee paper, you can use bits of packaging like the Amazon packaging inside. That would work. You can just use plain white copy paper. That will work. Whatever you got, bits of book paper, so it looks like it's got writing on inside anyway. Okay, so what we do, so that's 2 we've got like that. Okay, and this bit, what we want to do, take the other end, we want to slot that underneath and stick that down to the page. Okay, here's my glue, here's my glue. It's very chilly in here today. The sun's out, but it's a bit cold. I've got my fire on. It's a bit chilly. There we go. I know lots of you probably have snow and stuff like that, but for Portugal it's a bit chilly here. Okay, so I'm going to stick that down there like that. And that will just stick those together. Where's it gone? There it is. Like that. Okay, so then we have it just concertinas. Okay, perfect, like that. Shall I do them all? Let me just do them all. Let me just quickly, I will probably fast forward this. Well, I just fold them and then we can stick them all together again. Okay, so there we go. That's them all folded up. Lovely. Well, actually, we don't need this one on the end, so I'm just going to cut that one off. So I'm just going to get rid of this little bit because we don't need that one there. So all I've done is just concertinaing up 4 pieces of paper. We will take this one and fold that in here. Actually, we need to put some glue on there first. Would help, wouldn't it? Let's pop some glue on here. So this is quite a simple, easy way to do sort of like book pages. Pop that in there and just stick that down. And there like that. Fold that over and then we'll take this one, a little bit of glue on this one. Fold that down, push that in, stick that together. I don't think I've done these very straight. I think they're pretty wibbly wobbly, but you get the idea, don't you? So that means that these 2 at the end, so you've got all those bits in between. So these need to be sort of like at the back. So this is sort of like at the spine, this bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just glue this little bit down just along here, just so that page sticks on. I'm not going to stick the whole thing down, just this bit. Because it looks like, because these are open at the top, it looks like you've got lots more pages in there. Do you know what I mean? And if you glued these 2 together, it would make it too small and you'd have to have lots and lots. So there we go. Now what I'm going to do again, I'm just going to glue this like I did the last one with a little bit of the glue gun. This is the quickest, easiest way to do it as well. Just go down like this and back again, just so that we know they're sort of stuck together. Like that, and a little in between, a little bit of extra. There we go. Now I'm going to take this one off and pop that on there just to make sure that that stays a little bit together. Let me take this off like that. I don't want it to be too squashed together. All right, I'm going to leave that to dry for a second. Pop that over there. We will get our little book wherever it is. Here we go. Now this is our lovely little book cover. Now again, you can make little put some paper in there if you wanted to have an inside cover, if you have got white on there. So the other thing I got is this is like an old sheet that I coffee stained. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little section, because what I've done, I added a little bit into the spine like that, so you've got a little bit of fabric inside. Again, it's optional, it depends how you want to do it. But I'm just going to measure that, just eyeball it, tear that down, and then I'm going to I want it popping out the top just a little bit, but I'm not bothered about the bottom. That can be sort of like quite flat on there. So I'm going to put that in there like that. And I'm going to use, this is my fabric glue that I got. It's called Trim Mitts. This is the one I got from the UK when I was there, and it works really, really well. So I'm just going to stick a little bit on there, just down that spine. Stick that on, just like that, just so it pokes out the top. Okay, I'm going to open this up, just stick that down. Now again, like I said, this is optional. It depends how far you want to go at making your little books look sort of nice and vintagey. Do you know what I mean? You could use, you don't have to hold old sheet, you can have a little bit of cheesecloth or something in there, or a bit of scrunched up, sort of like wrinkled up paper or something like that, you know, and scruff it at the top, so that sort of like comes out at the top. I quite like that look. Let me just pop that on there. Now this is the one with the just the paper pieces in it. So all as we do then is take that and stick that into your book. But first of all, shall we just ink the edges? So this, you can make it brown, you can dip it in a little bit of ink, you know, whatever you like to do. Leave it plain, have it white, but I think just sort of like inking the edges makes it a little bit sort of nice and vintagey, doesn't it? State of my dauber. What a messy, there we go. I did ink the edges around here as well, because you know I don't like the little white bits here, so I just went round the edges. And then all we're going to do is stick that in. Can you see that little dark bit on the edge looks really, really good, doesn't it? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my glue gun again, pop that in there, nice bit of glue, take my book and just stick that in like that, push that down, there we go. So that's on the edge. And then we have, look at that, our lovely book. Now if these bits are stuck, you might need to stick these down a little bit, but so simple, isn't it, really? Now I haven't done it very well, but you get the idea of how it looks, and I just think it looks beautiful. Now I think I've got a bit of glue on the front. Never mind. Then I've got little bits here, so these are from my just like little fussy cuts and things like that, but look, they just fit perfect, don't they? So you can have any little sort of themed book, and I think they're sort of like the nice size. They're not too thick. If you don't put too much paper in, you can pop these into your journals, can't you? Look at these are memories. This one says friendship, this one's cherish the memories. But depending, whatever you want, I'm going to put this beautiful little rose on there, just like that. I'm going to stick this down because I think that will look nice and shabby. So that's perfect. Pop that on that front, that just fits lovely. You can obviously pop anything else you want underneath. I want a little bit of fabric or anything on there, but look at that. Looks like a little book of roses, doesn't it? Beautiful. Right, I'm going to just finish this one off. like this. So this is the concertinaed one. See how that just holds the paper in place, just perfect. Shall we do this one? Not sure whether I got enough paper. Yes, I have. Look at that, just fabulous. Let's ink the round to the edge like that. I think a little bit of book paper actually would be quite nice in these, or you could have pages like that and just stick some book paper on there, so it looks like it's got sort of writing in there anyway. Or unless you've got like a script text stamp, you could stamp some text on there. Good on you. Let's just ink that a little bit. I haven't got these very level, have I? But that's okay. It's okay. Let's pop that down. Should I get another little bit of fabric? So we can have a nice big bookshelf of mini books. Can't we? Let's pop it this way. Pop that down. Let's tear this little bit off. So, a little bit of fabric glue. Now again, I'm using fabric glue, but you don't have to. You can use PVA or something, but I've got this fabric glue, so I thought I might as well use it. Stick this at the top, like that. Oops, I don't need that in my hand, do I? Is that sort of level? Don't know whether I sort of tore that one off very well, did I? Go. What's that like? That's okay. Not sure which is the top and which is the bottom, but again, I don't think it really matters. Now I'm going to get another glue stick in my glue gun. I need to go and buy some more glue sticks. I'm going through an awful lot at the moment. Okay, take that, hold it like that, and then you can just see. Make sure you go in to the right place. Push that down, push your little spine down, and that's perfect. Look at that, just lovely. So again, because I haven't stuck these together, it looks like there's more pages than there is, but these are a little bit thicker. I think I've used 160 GSM paper in here. No, I didn't stick that down very well, did I? There we go. Let's stick this little bit down. Take your time doing it. Just what I mean, make sure they're all nice. There we go. Hold that down. Lovely. What shall we pop on the front of this one? Shall we just put this one, which says friendship, on there? Which looks fab, doesn't it? Shall I just ink? Just go around there with a little bit of ink. This one I put photos on, so that could be like a little mini photo album, couldn't it? Be really, really lovely. But I must say, I am loving these. Loving them. I think they're fabulous, and I think they will probably fit into quite a few of, you know, journals that you're making, because like I said, whatever you sort of like pop onto the front, it could be one of your little embellishments that you're doing a journal with, but I just think they're gorgeous. So those two, look, didn't take very long to make those at all. Now look at all these lovely books that I've got to pop on a bookshelf. Look at that, fabulous, aren't they? Little mini journals, and super, super quick. And look at that, I just think they look lovely all together, don't they? Isn't that gorgeous? I just love them. So there we go, guys. This is your first Friday freebie of 2024, and I think it is fabulous. I love it. So this is what you're going to get. Pop over to the Facebook group. All the links are underneath the video. So please do, if you're new, please do come along and join the group. Like I said, we've got some fabulous ladies and gents in there with all their amazing creations So loving it. And again, we have this one for our lovely Ko-fi. So a big thank you to my Ko-fi members. Well, not members, they're supporters. You support me, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. So this is what you're going to get this week. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic weekend. Please do show me your books that you make. Post them in the Facebook group, because I would love to see how you've done it, and it gives everybody else ideas as well. So there we go, guys. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye-bye.